Hey guys, my name's David. Welcome to Indigo English. This is my website and I have loads of free resources to help you learn English. Today we're going to talk about the future simple. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to talk about three questions with the future simple. The first one, what is it? What is the future simple? The second question is, when do I need to use the future simple? And the last question is, how do we make good sentences using this tense? So, what is the future simple? Let's have a look at this diagram. Okay, so you can see here we've got an arrow, and this represents time. The future simple obviously talks about the future, but we have two different tenses that can help us in English. Look at the blue one at the top here, will. So this is for a future plan made at the time of speaking. A future plan that I make now. Look at the example here. It's raining. I will take my umbrella. So I see outside, it's raining. I make a decision now that when I leave, I will take my umbrella. So it's a decision I make now about the future. And we use will for this. The orange, now this is different. This is still talking about the future, but this is talking about a future plan that I made in the past. Okay, so look at the example. I am going to do my homework later. Okay, so now it's maybe lunchtime. This morning, I decided that this afternoon, I'm going to do my homework. Okay, so I made the plan in the past, but I will do the plan in the future. So we use this verb, be going to. Okay, so that's two different kinds of ways to speak about the future in English. We have will and we have be going to. Okay, so let's look at these in a bit more detail. Let's look at this example, be going to with the infinitive. I'm going to do my homework later. Another example, she isn't going to go on holiday in the summer. So she decided before, in the past, that in the summer, in the future, she isn't going to go on holiday. Okay. For will, it's raining. I will take my umbrella. It's a future plan that I decided now, but it's for the future. Okay, guys, do you see the difference between these two things? Will and be going to? Cool. Now, just a little note. We need to remember that we can use will for different things in English. It's quite a useful word. We use it in lots of different ways. Sometimes we use it for the future, and sometimes we use it for promises. For example, I will never leave you. We use it for offers. I will help you. We use it for suggestions. Shall we go to the cinema? Now you can see here, shall, you're thinking, that's not will, that's a different word. Yeah, if it's a question for a suggestion, then we use shall, not will. It means the same thing. It's suggesting something. I have an idea. And it's the same thing for the offers. If it's a question offer, then we use shall, not will. Okay, so promises, offers, and suggestions. These are different ways that we can use will. But today we're focusing on using will to talk about decisions that I make now for the future. Okay. Another thing, we can use will and be going to also for predictions. Okay, so a prediction is a guess that I make about the future. Let's have a look at two examples. My team will win tomorrow. I'm guessing about the future. My team is going to win tomorrow. Again, it's a guess about the future. So we can use will and be going to, both of them, to talk about predictions. Okay, so let's look. How do we make good sentences with the future? First of all, we have be going to with the infinitive. So there's three parts to these sentences. We need be. Look at the examples here. I am going to. But then for you, we change it. You are going to. He is going to. So we need to be careful to change the verb be for the different people. Okay? For negative sentences, we have the same parts. So I am not going to play football. We need the verb be, so it's am. Then we need the negative not. Then we need going to, and then we need play. Same as positive. We just need to add not into these sentences. You aren't going to play. He isn't going to play. So it changes for each person the verb to be. For questions, we just change the subject and the auxiliary. So positive is I am. Question is am I. Positive is you are. Question is are you. Okay. Now let's look at will. This one's a bit easier because we don't need to have be or going to. We just need will with the infinitive. So I will play. You will play. He will play. For these ones, it's easy as well because we don't need to change will for different people. It's always the same. And we don't need to change the verb after because it's always the infinitive. And for negatives, we change will for won't. So I will play, positive. I won't play, negative. And the same for each person. And questions, like before, we change the subject and the auxiliary. So this time it's not I will play, but it's will I play. You will play, will you play? Questions for will. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. That's been the Future Simple. If you have any questions, you can go to this website, you can find this blog, and you can click message me. Or you can find me on Facebook. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.